Hi Cancer, how are you? This is the Spiritual Ascension Tarot here with your NXT48 Dream Decoder message. Alright, so let's see, what do we have for you? So the first card that I got for you was family, okay? So, sorry, right before we get into it, I need to do some disclaimers. Remember, time is fluid, energies are interchangeable. Check your other signs as there could be important messages that could pertain to you there in that reading. Okay, so let's get right back to this family card. So some of you could be dreaming about your family, okay, and perhaps being chased. Okay, so maybe some of you feel like you need to get away from certain family members that could be like maybe leeching off of you, like monetary, like it could be anything from money to energy to time, whatever it may be. But I feel like you feel that you need to run in a different direction from your family. Some of you are getting some kind of awakening, realizing that you no longer fit in there, that it's time for you to branch out and make your own family and go after what you want, what your dreams are, what your goals are. So I feel like you guys feel that your family asks and seeks too much from you, or this could be vice versa, however it resonates for you, remember? Alright, but let's see, what does the cards have to say? So, by the way, there's a lot of people that dream about being chased, okay? So, this comes off as the top 10 dream in my cards. So, let's speak about the family card really quick first. So it says, if you dream of a family member, this might be related to issues between the two of you. So there could be something subconsciously triggering in your relationships right now or your bonds with your family members. I feel like some of you are experiencing some kind of issues or problems with them and not really quite sure how to communicate in regards to what's really bothering you. I feel like maybe they can come off as very confrontational and very angry instead of being open to communicating and resolving things as like adults. Okay, so let's see what else it says. However, there might be a less direct meaning to this, so it doesn't have to be necessarily too deep. It says, if you dream of your father and he's a figure of authority for you, this might suggest you need to bring more discipline into your life. So it's kind of like, your dad, if he always talks about you taking charge and, following through what it is that you want to do, working hard. When you work hard, you gain what it is that you work hard for. So if you put in a lot of energy and a lot of willpower, then you're gonna, that's what you're gonna reproduce, right? So that's what you're gonna produce, that amount of money, that amount of stability, whatever it may be. So putting in the work for what you really want. So some of you are feeling like this is, maybe you're lacking this kind of motivation from a father figure, or you could be doing this to someone, okay? So it says, if you dream about your mother, she's a nurturing person. Maybe you need to better take care of yourself. So I guess like some of you could be neglecting your health. You stop doing that like a health regimen, or you've been you feel like it's become a boring routine. So maybe some of you are needing to just change it up a little bit. And this can motivate you to keep going and staying fit and following your routine. So whatever it may be, to make you feel healthy. Let's see. If your brother or sister is outgoing and you're introverted, a dream about them could suggest you aspire to their qualities. So every family member can represent an aspect of your own personality. So what it is that you see in your sister and your mom and your brother and your cousin and your neighbor, things that bother you about them is something that usually is bothering you internally and subconsciously. So getting to the bottom of things, like, why am I reflecting their behavior? If I act aggressive, they act aggressive. So you're starting to see that life is a mere reflection of yourself. So wherever you go, whatever you do, I feel like that's kind of what the energy that follows you, right? So it says every family member. Okay, so if you dream of family members arguing, this often reflects tensions within your own psychological makeup. So maybe some of you are dealing with really tough mental problems, and I'm talking about like this could be like PTSD, anxiety, nervousness, depression. This could be bipolar. This could be anything like that. Something that led it led up. It was like something that maybe some of you experienced some kind of abuse as a child or when you were younger, and you know, as you start to see it kind of like play out in your life, and how it's affecting your family members, your children, your, you know, whatever, your relationships. And I feel like some of you are getting to see the side that maybe you wanted to keep tucked in, or you really didn't want to discuss, or you wanted, you know, you didn't want to bring out those skeletons from the closet. But Spirit is saying the way to evolve and to grow is to be able to experience it and basically go at it head on, right? Like, just fuck it. We're just gonna face our fears and let's see where the fuck this takes us. So, reoccurring dreams about parents might suggest you need to be more independent of them. So, if you keep dreaming of your parents, even if they've passed, it means that, you know, you're wanting to develop something for yourself, your own empire, your own independence, your own trinity, like something like things that you can pass on through age, you know, through your children, stuff like that, inherit. So it says dreams of children often reflect fears about their safety or success, or the possibility that they are moving away from you. So some of you are going to be, I mean, maybe your kids are going off to college or to the university or whatever it may be, and then you keep dreaming about their safety. It could be like you're just, you know, you're scared that they're no longer need you. But I know it seem that way, but you know, kids, there's gonna be kids out there that, you know, they are gonna care about their parents, and eventually they come home right after college or university before they could even be more independent, or you know, go find their place, especially if you're living in the Bay Area. Child, it's hella expensive out here. But I'm just saying, like, they're not going to be gone forever. It's just, that's what I'm trying to get at. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about being chased. So being chased in a dream is a powerful indication you're trying to avoid something or someone in your waking life. So yeah, you're trying to avoid the elephant in the room. You're trying to avoid responsibility or an issue that has been growing. Because I feel like, you know, maybe started off with one hand, then it came to 2, 3, 4. So something that escalated throughout the months, years. Okay, so running away or feeling the need to hide or escape usually carries the same meaning, even when no specific threat appears. When the identity of the threat is apparent, it might offer you clues, but it remains vague. Generalized or unknown as it does, chances is that it's an emotional source. Okay, so it has to do with your emotions. Perhaps you're trying to deny or hide a painful feeling for you, or you may be running away from responsibility or expectation others self-imposed or placed upon you by others. So if you continue to avoid dealing with the issue, there's a likelihood that the unsettling but uncommon dream will reoccur. So you're going to keep dreaming about this matter, about this subject, about this person until you basically solve it, okay, or get to the bottom of it, or, you know, do that, make that phone call, send that text, send that closure text, send that phone call, send that apology, whatever it may be that you feel like is haunting you. You're gonna have to deal with it head on, okay? So this person feels like they're facing their demons, and they need to they're in a race to beat their demons. Okay, this could be something very deep, like psychological, like you feel haunted. Like, I feel like some of you, a lot of people portrayed their fears and their anger towards you, and you're needing to get away from this. Okay, so if you do live in a toxic or abusive relationship, I urge you to get out. Okay, Spirit is saying, you know, love yourself, put yourself first, okay? So if your children could also be in danger, you know, so stepping out of a violent situation, seeking for help, there's always somebody out there to help, okay? Go to the nearest person that you feel you could trust, and just, you know, even if you know, going to church and, you know, into the confession room, I don't know, to seek a counselor. They have free counselors now on these apps. Like, check whatever out that you feel you can vent to, writing it out, journaling it. My point is not keeping it in, because I just want to keep saying and saying and saying. It's like not bottling it in. Alright, so let's see what the Astro OG deck has to say to you, Cancer, for the next 48. Let's take a look. What do the planetary alignments have to say? Take Cancer. Okay. So you have Capricorn. Ooh, you're thinking about just your money or building some kind of business from the ground up. Okay, so it says this is your ruler, okay, of your 10th house, Capricorn. So some of you can have that in your chart. It says driven, stability, patience, persistence, materialistic, ambitious, cautious, practical, traditional, workaholic. You could come off as a little detached, okay? Maybe you're only seeking monetary, like you're all about business, okay? You don't want to talk about anything. You don't want to waste your time entertaining anything that's not money, okay? So some of you can have this on your mind. But Spirit is also trying to tell you to remember to stay persistent, okay? Because what comes easy can go easy. It talks about being detached, so not thinking so emotionally, and just, you know, maybe somebody's interests aren't really in an emotional kind of aspect. They're more, you know, after the money. So this could have to do with a relationship or a family. Okay, some of you are needing to separate from a marriage that you feel like maybe this person's just been using you, and you're starting to realize that you want more stability, okay? And you want to just focus on your career or something like that. Alright, so that's all I have for you, Cancer. Hopefully that resonated with you. And if it did, let me know how. Leave me a comment, and I will see you very soon.